Hey guys, and welcome to the Dolomites. That's right, I'm in Dolomites again. At this point it feels like I'm coming back here pretty much every year, but I love it here, so I think I'm gonna keep doing that. But this time actually I went to a bit of a different part, not the one I usually go to, because usually I go to the area around Cortina d'Ampezzo and Tacime, that general direction. Now I'm in different area, which is called Seiser Alm, also known as Alpe di Suissi. I've been here before once, so I decided it's time to come back and kind of revisit this area. Seiser Alm is basically a high altitude plateau, which is famous for like rolling hills and mountains in the background. It's beautiful. It's our first evening here, and tonight I'm heading to what I think is one of the most famous sort of viewpoints. I'm not sure about the name, but it is where you have like this view from above towards the rolling hills and mountain huts and the mountains. Bit of a hike, about 40 minutes from where I'm staying, but I'm hoping to kind of get there in time for sunset and take some nice shots, which I'm not sure is gonna work out really well today because we just have clear blue skies. But hey, can't be complaining in a place like this. So let's get out there and see how it goes.
The classic shot of the Seiser Alm is that of the mountain huts in the foreground and the iconic peaks of Sassolungo and Sassopiatto in the background. And on the surface, it's an easy one. There's no shortage of huts to choose from after all. They're everywhere here. And yet, finding a good composition is a different matter. I actually made a whole voice piece on this, but conveniently totally forgot to turn on my microphone. So this voiceover will have to do. You see, the problem is, most of the huts are scattered around quite a bit. You have to go down to them and explore them and try to find an angle that looks good. And that takes a lot of time because of the elevation difference. And so before long I was literally scrambling, trying to find a good shot for sunset that was quickly approaching. In the end, I did manage to take a few good images that I'm pretty content with, but I left the viewpoint that evening feeling that there was more to this place. And I was set to unlock it.
Good morning, and I'm back at the same place where I was yesterday evening, but today the conditions are very different. We've got clouds, and we actually got some really beautiful light during sunrise, even though the sunrise was actually happening that direction, so not exactly where I wanted to be. At some point the light started hitting the clouds right above these two mountains, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. So definitely a very successful morning, I would say. I was actually hoping to stay and shoot through the morning and then maybe wait until the light hits these mountains, but it's just too overcast. The sun is up, but there's no light anymore, and I don't think it's happening. So I might use this time to actually go and explore a little bit, because most people, they just go onto that viewpoint on the road and they just stand there. But there is also a bunch of huts a little bit down here, so I might actually want to go check those out. I might actually go check these two out that I was shooting earlier on. at some point today, I was just thinking, yeah, maybe I should just stay in a hotel and not go anywhere. And I'm really happy that I didn't do that because it was a pretty cool morning. And yeah, I think I got some nice shots. And so, yeah, if you're a photographer and you want to get the goods, you have to be up early. It's just, the game.
We spent the afternoon exploring the area around Campeche, a small village with a bunch of hotels and shops, and the main gateway into the Seiser Alm. And this would be a good time to talk a little bit about the logistics of the place, because you see, Seiser Alm is a car-free area. The furthest you can drive to is Campeche, and also the road to Campeche itself is only open to public traffic between 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. So if you want to be up there to photograph sunset or sunrise, you have to plan carefully, and it may not be easy depending on the time of the year you go there. Therefore, my honest recommendation would be for you to stay in a hotel inside Seiser Alm, because that allows you to drive up to your hotel on the arrival day. And if your hotel is close enough to the photo spots, you're in a good shape. Now keep in mind, staying in a hotel in Seiser Alm only allows you to drive to that hotel. You cannot just take your car and go to a photo spot. However, I've seen a lot of people during my 3-day stay that do break that rule and they take their car out for sunset, for sunrise, to save some walking. What you do with that information is up to you. Just remember that if you get caught doing so, you will be fined. And with that, back to Seiser Alm. The conditions were looking promising on our second evening in the Dolomites, but by then my wife was starting to get a little bit upset about me spending all the evenings out photographing. So I had to take one on the chin and sacrifice the photo outing that night, which is a bit unfortunate. The skies really looked like they could go on fire any moment, so I managed to sneak out for 15 minutes to launch my drone from the hotel's backyard. And hey, all the things considering, I think those shots turned out pretty decent.
Wow, just look at this. I was actually not going to go out this morning. I looked at the forecast yesterday and it said just total cloud coverage, rain, just not great conditions. And I was too tired, and so I thought, I'm just gonna stay and have a good night's sleep and take a bit of a rest. Luckily, my wife was up early, and then she goes to the window and she goes, "Oh, there's snow." And I'm like, "What?" So I rush to the window and sure enough, everything's covered in white. So I scramble, grab my bag. Luckily it was all packed, and I just rush out and do this hike again to arrive here. And look at this. This is like a winter fairy tale. Everything's in white, and we have some really nice light just coming through the clouds every now and then. It's just gorgeous. And so I went to a different place today. I was actually looking for this particular hut, which really is sort of cool because it's so isolated, so it gives you a nice foreground. So I'm just spending my time here, taking all kinds of shots that I can do. But man, what a morning. And I guess it just goes back to what I said yesterday, that you have to go out even if the conditions are not looking good. So yeah, it's really just unbelievable. Just yesterday we were walking and the sun was shining and it almost felt like summer. Today there's snow and everything's white.
Couldn't really wish for a better end to our 3-day trip to the Dolomites than this cold, crisp and beautiful morning. This is exactly why I love the Dolomites so much. No matter how many times I come here, it always finds new ways to surprise me. So even though it was time for us to leave, I knew I would be back here again sometime. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor, like, subscribe, do all the usual stuff, and I will see you next time. You